I'm making this video a long time before it will actually be uploaded, but by the time it is uploaded, I'll be back in the US. I've been living in Japan for the past 5 years, and I've finally decided it was time to come home. I made an extra large backlog of videos to upload automatically so I could make the transition smoothly, and take a 2 or 3 month break from making videos, even though the videos will continue to upload the whole time. So anyway, I have a few updates. First and most important, I'll be making a Patreon. Most YouTube channels at this size have already had a Patreon for a long time, but I'm usually slow at doing these kinds of things. For those who might not know what Patreon is, it's a way for viewers to fund my projects through subscriptions, and I'll probably only have maybe 2 options that are only a few dollars a month. And if you subscribe, you'll be able to watch some Patreon-exclusive content and support this channel. And if you're a patron, then I'll feature your username at the end of my monthly documentary videos on YouTube. But regarding that last part, because of my current transition/break period, I already have the next few documentary videos finished and scheduled to upload, and I won't be able to easily re-edit them since I have to sell all of my current setup, so it will take a few months to start featuring patrons' names. The Patreon videos won't be full-blown documentaries because those take a lot of time to make and have to go up on YouTube. My initial plan is to show off my collection. I've been collecting historical things since I was in middle school, and my room in my parents' house is basically a mini museum. I've only featured a few 1920s things from my collection on this channel, but I have so many more things from all different time periods. And not just small things like old coins or trinkets. My favorite things in my collection are ones that have stories, and I love sharing them. The problem that I've had throughout much of my life is that not many people around me were interested in what I had to say about my stuff. But I'm sure there are quite a few of you internet people out there who would like to listen. So anyway, those Patreon videos will be more casual, with me talking without a script while I have some video footage of whatever item I'm talking about. I'm thinking that the first Patreon video will be about what is probably my favorite thing in my collection, and I guess I might as well give a teaser here. It's the scrapbook of a man who was a soldier in the 503rd Airborne in World War II, who jumped out over Normandy, got wounded, and got a Bronze Star. And most things in the scrapbook are related to World War II, including some very rare and cool things. So why am I starting a Patreon? Well, ad revenue is erratic, and mine had a huge rise last year because of the video about the Osage murders, but then steadily declined after a few months, and I have no idea when or if it will go up. Like I said before, I'm recording this a long time in advance, so maybe I've gotten a random spike in views, I don't know, but probably nothing huge. Anyway, I'll be going to grad school very soon, and I can pay the tuition with my savings, but currently my ad revenue will just get me scraping by for rent and groceries. But it's not just because I need to pay my bills that I'm asking for subscriptions. I have a lot of things I want to do with this channel, but I'll need to raise the funds to start doing them. One thing I want to do is to buy more actual 1920s artifacts. And if I can, I'll include them in relevant documentary videos, and then probably make another video where I'll do a show and tell of all of them if I have enough. I'm currently working on a video about the 1920s crossword craze, which will be a lot longer than you might expect, and I bought something pretty interesting related to it that I'll feature in that video. And my current goal is to get something real from the various crazes of the 1920s, so if that's something you want to participate in, then you can consider becoming a subscriber on Patreon. I think it's always more interesting to teach and learn history through actual historical objects, so I would love the opportunity to share more things like that. I would also try to get some things that are one of a kind, and that have a story to go with them, like photo albums, diaries, and letters. I could also make more casual Patreon-exclusive videos about myself if there's a demand for it, or maybe incorporating family and friends for something. And a more ambitious goal I have is to take this channel on the road to places where 1920s events actually happened, or visit 1920s related museums. I already have a list of destinations all over the US that I could make videos about. And each video would have a YouTube version and a longer version for Patreon subscribers. But I'm getting way ahead of myself. I'm nowhere near having enough money to throw around on trips right now. But I just thought I would lay out my tentative plans for all of you as my sales pitch for my Patreon. If you'd rather do a one-time donation, you can also do that directly through YouTube. If you're strapped for cash, then of course don't worry about it. But if you're able to, I would really appreciate the support. I don't really like giving sales pitches about myself or asking for money from viewers. But if I can't get enough money from YouTube, I'll have to get a second job, and I wouldn't be able to devote as much time to making videos. And of course, I would love to keep doing what I'm doing here, and expand if possible. One more quick announcement. I'll be uploading some compilations very soon, so don't be too shocked when you see me uploading really long videos out of nowhere. For example, the first one will be a collection of articles related to flappers that I've already uploaded separately. But I did some extensive re-recording for that one. I've recently been a bit taken aback when I heard some of my older videos, some only from early last year, and I couldn't believe how insanely fast I spoke sometimes. I feel like I've been gaslighting myself or something, because I always review my audio recordings, and apparently I used to think those were okay. Well, you live and you learn. The fact that I didn't realize that I was talking way too fast is a bit weird because it seems so obvious now. Anyway, my point is that I re-recorded more than half of those flapper articles, which took a lot of time, but I think it sounds much better. I'm planning on uploading a new compilation about once a month for a while, each one with a different theme. I've seen other YouTube creators do similar things, and it doesn't really require a ton of extra work on my part. And longer videos often get more ad revenue if they get a decent amount of views. I'm not sure how well they'll perform, but I thought I'd try it out. Liking these videos and sharing them around is also a good way to support the channel. So if you don't have any money to throw around or don't want to, then you can still support in that way. Alright, well, I think that's enough of my rambling for now. I'll send out a link for the Patreon when it's up and running, if it isn't already by the time I upload this video. Well, that's all for now, all you sheiks and gals out there, but stay tuned for more tales from the Jazz Age.